Hello, welcome to the next video in the Full Stack Developer series. In this video, we will continue with the generator for the primary key. So in the last video, we have learned about two ways. There were two easy ways to create generators for the primary key. The first is the identity, and the second way is R2. With the ID is a UUID. Okay, so this video we will go to for the last two ways, for the remaining two ways. All right, so before we start, please convert your code to using the identity first. For this, the ID is short, not UUID. Okay, and then we can continue. Alright, for the first way we talk about in this video is using the sequences. The sequence. You can change the identity to sequence to see what is this. Okay, so when we use this, but first for the identity, the ID will increase every 1 unit when we insert a record in your database or in your table. Just 1 unit every time we insert. But for the sequences, we can customize this. We can change the distance, maybe 2 or 3, maybe more. Okay, so for example, if you we have something here, right? We have something like the ID. Every time you insert a record, the ID increase 1, but for sequence you can modify to increase 2 or 3. So for example, you increase 3, so the next record the ID will be 9. Okay, so to do that, we change it the strategy generation type to sequences, or we don't need to put the strategy. Okay, we don't need to do this, but we need to add the generic generator annotation. So be careful, this annotation doesn't have the S at the end of the name. Okay, and inside the generator annotation, we have some attributes. So the first parameters is the name. Okay, so this name will be used inside the generate value here for the generator. Okay, we will use the name from here for this place. So just notice, I can put the name here, the user sequence generator, like this, and put its name here. Alright, not finished here. We have some more attribute for the generator. We have more strategy. The strategy is a string. So this string will be the URL or the path of the package of the library. Organize, Hibernate, ID, enhanced, and the sequence style generator. This is the class name. So you can see the class by going to the external library and find in the Hibernate core package and go inside its package. You can go follow the path. You go here, you go to the ID, enhanced, and finally we have the sequence style generator here. You can click on this and see what inside it. Okay, so this is just a generator that Hibernate already provided for us to use. Okay, and in the second ways we will create one for us, but now we just use the existing one. All right, we have the next parameter for the generator, the parameter, and here we will have some parameter to use inside this class. We define the parameter annotation, parameter. Okay, enter. And the parameter will have will include the name. Okay, the name, the first name is the sequence name, the value equal the user sequence. And the next param, also the name, is the initial value. I will explain it later, so don't worry about these parameters can make you confused. Maybe 10. All right, and for the last one we have another increment. Initial, yeah, I made a mistake here. Okay, increment size. So this is what we talk about too much about here. We can put it 3 to get the ID equal 9, like I said before. All right. So we just finished the configuration for the object user for using the generators or sequence type for the ID. And yeah, just go to the user repository and make sure that you use the section, begin section, and after you do something like sorry, this is the update, create, yeah, here, yeah, you need to get begin a transaction, and after that you need to commit the transaction. So I will explain it a little because you know when you use the generator, just go back to the user, just go back here. For the parameter we have here a sequence name. This is the name of the table, I will show you the table later when we run this example. So we have when we make a statement for insert a record inside your user table, you need to get the last ID saved stored in the user sequence table, and then you need to update that table to increase the last ID. Okay, the last ID. So for any execution that impact many table or many things in your database, you need to create a transaction. Okay, you need to create a transaction. So in every step in your execution, fail, you can run back all the thing. So you can do it again. Right? So that's why you need to use a transaction for this. Okay, so now we can run the example to see what happened. Let's run this. I'm sorry, I forgot to instruction you to change a little bit to update the file Hibernate configuration. And for this, you need to add more property inside this file. So the properties is Hibernate m to ddl auto. And for here, to update. Okay, update. And let's run it again. Alright, so after you run the example safely, you can check how the data changes in your database. Now you can see we have some more record, and you can see we have 3 more records inside your table. And yeah, it starts from 10. Okay, and you can check in your database, refresh again, and check in your table. We have another table named the user sequence, and inside this we have some value. We have the next value now is 16. Okay, so you can see here we have three new record, but yeah, you can see that the record ID, the second one must be 13, right? But why is 11? So because we you can go to the app again and see that because we just run multiple insert in the same time, in the same time and same section, so we get this error. So to resolve the error, a normal way, just remove the other insert and just use one. And now you can run this, and after it's set, we run it again to get more to records inside your database for comparing. And yeah, we just go to the user again and see. Yeah, now we have 3 more here, and we see we have the 14 and the next is 17. So this ID is correct for the configuration that we have configured before. Alright, so that is the way to use the sequence. And now we move to the last way. It's more difficult, but in the next way we will custom the generator. We don't use the existing one, we will custom it. Okay, so to do that, you can go to your package and create more one package for separate the code, separate the classes. Here you can put the name generator. Okay, and inside this you can create a new Java class, and you can put the name user generator, user ID generator. Okay, generator. Okay, after you finish create the class, you need to implement this class with the identifier generator. Okay, so identifier is an interface that provides you to implement some method for generate. You can override the generate method. So in this method we will custom how to generate the ID of the user record. Okay, so for the ID we can I will create a I will get something like the date in timestamp. For example, the timestamp, I will use the method from the system current millisecond, and I will put this into a string value of. We use this to convert the timestamp in integer to the string, and I will use this string for the ID. Okay, I can return the timestamp, for example, and maybe I will plus something like a dash, and then the okay, you can see here we have the object, right? This object will be inserted into your database. So this object is the user. Okay, you can get the user from this object. User equal user. We will cast this object into the user object, and here you can get the username, for example. I'm sorry, call user. All right, so now the ID is the same, is a timestamp and the username. So this is what I custom. But in some case you need to depend on what the purpose of you can custom in your way. Okay, for this tutorial I just give for you a simplest way, like the method way you can custom. Yeah, okay, just go back to the user and change a little bit for this. So now instead of using the existing one, you can change the strategy to use your jade converter generator and the user ID generator. Okay, and if your customized class have some parameters, you can put the attribute parameter here, but I didn't do that, so I don't need to add the parameter for this. And yeah, you can keep the name because we defined it inside the generator here. You can keep the name here. Alright, and go to the database and change it a little bit, because now we use a string for the ID, so we need to change here. Just keep the primary key and change it to the varchar, maybe 50. Okay, and because now the ID cannot be automatically increased, so we also remove it. Just keep the primary key, and yeah, just create the table, not insert in anything in here, and see, we have an empty table without any records. And now let's run the program and see what happened. Okay, we have error. Oh yeah, sorry. I forget to change the ID to string. Yeah, sorry. Change it to string. And in here, need to change it to string. And also here, I run again. Alright, after we run it successfully, you can check it in your database. Now we can see here the ID, include the timestamp and the username. Okay. Alright, I think that's all for today's lesson. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you and see you in the next video.